Right, currency exchange, okay, or foreign exchange is often called. If we look at this question here, it says Lewis changed £1,500 into American dollars when the rate of exchange was £1 equals to $2.24. Okay, how many Australian dollars did he get? Okay, so we're given the exchange rate here, and we're told, of course, that £1 is $2.24, all right? And we need to know what £1,500 is going to be worth. So if we take our exchange rate here, we could think about scaling this up to 1,500, all right? Now, often the good way to think about foreign exchange is if you're changing from your home currency to a foreign currency, you multiply, okay? You multiply by the exchange rate. And then if you want to go back the other way, we'll divide, and we'll see that later on. So 1,500, okay, of course, we know £1 is worth $2.24. To get 1,500, of course, is scaling up, isn't it? You multiply, you need to multiply by 1,500. So you change into a foreign currency, 1,500, we need to multiply by that exchange rate, which is 2.24. Okay, so get my calculator. And I get 3,360. So that will be 3,360, and that will be Australian dollars. Part B, on his return he had $120 left. How much would he get for these if the exchange rate is £1 equals $2.27? It's important to remember exchange rates can change, okay? So when he comes home from his holiday, obviously he's in his wallet, he's got Australian dollars left, doesn't he? That's what he's got in his wallet, because that's where he's been, to Australia. But the exchange rate can sometimes change, right? It depends on the question. In this case, it has changed. But here now, okay, you want to change now $120 back into pounds, all right? So when you're changing a foreign currency back into your own currency, because you're going the other way, you divide, okay? So ultimately you want to see how many $2.27 are in here. So we're going to do 120 divide by 2.27. Okay, get my calculator. And I get, there you go, so I got that as our answer there. So I'm going to put this in terms of pounds now, so £52, and we'll round it to the nearest penny, 86 pence. Okay. Right, question 2 says Rashid went on a trip to Norway. Before departing, he exchanged £520 into Norwegian kroner. The exchange rate was £1 equals 10.25 kroner. How many kroner did Rashid receive? So again here now, right, you're changing your home currency into a foreign currency. So we need to multiply by that exchange rate. So we want 520, we multiply, okay, so to change it to a foreign currency, so we do 520 times 10.25, that comes to be 5,330, and then you put the currency there, and it's just given words as a kroner. Okay, before departing, he also paid £42.50 for a lake cruise in Norway. This tour would have cost him 358.75 kroner if he had paid for it in Norway. Using the same exchange rate, calculate the difference in pounds between these two prices. So it's quite wordy here, right? But if you take your time over it, maybe you sort of read it again, right? What it's saying is before departing, in other words, before, just like there, right? Before he actually goes on the trip to Norway, he paid for the lake cruise. So, you know, wherever he is in the UK, he was able to pay for this maybe online, and he paid £42.50 for this lake cruise, okay? But it says here, this tour would have cost him 358.75 kroner if he had paid for it in Norway. So if he'd have waited, okay, instead of paying for it before he went on his trip, instead of going online and paying for it, if he'd have waited until he was in Norway on his holiday, and maybe where this lake cruise was, maybe he paid for it there and then, he would have paid that amount in kroner. So we need to see, you know, has it cost him any more? You know, was it more expensive to do it by paying in advance, or did he save by paying in advance? So let's see what this is in pounds. And of course, to change this into pounds, we need to do £358 0.75, divide, because you change it back to your home currency, divide by the exchange rate. Okay, and it comes to 35. Okay, so that's £35. So it would have been cheaper, wouldn't it? It would have been cheaper for him to wait. So the difference, that's what it's asking for, the difference in pounds would be £42.50. Take away 35. So the difference in pounds is £7.50. Okay, it would have been cheaper for him. He would have saved. £7.50 if he had waited until he was in Norway. Okay. Question 3. Melanie needs at least £950 in euros to go on a visit to Italy. When she goes to the bank, she finds that the lowest euro note that the bank will give her is the €5 note. The exchange rate is £1 equals 1.27 euros. What is the least number of euros that Melanie buys to ensure that she has at least £950 worth, and how much did she pay for them? So it's quite a wordy question, right? But let's just break it down. She needs to get at least, it says here, £950 in euros. Okay, so so she goes to the bank, right? And this is the exchange rate. So let's work out what £950 is here using this exchange rate. So every pound is worth 1.27 euros. So if you multiply, because you're changing it to a foreign currency, 950 times 1.27, okay, and you get out, press the SD button, 1206.5 euros, yeah? Is that okay? So that's what I've done. I've changed the amount of pounds, 950 into euros, times it by 1.27, the exchange rate, and I've got that. Now there's a little bit more information here, because it says when she goes to the bank, it says that the lowest euro note the bank will give is €5 notes. Okay. In other words, they can't give this to her because this involves coins, doesn't it? You know, 1,206.5 euros. There'll be coins here, won't there? You know, there'll be €6 and a half a euro. I'm not sure what they call that. 50 cents is it or something? But there would be coins involved. Now they can't do that. The least they can give is €5 notes. So we have to decide now. What are we going to do with this? Are we going to round it down, or are we going to round it up? Okay, you have to be careful here when you decide this. If I round it down, right? What you've got to realise is if I rounded it down to say 1,205, what you realise is then is she won't have as much as £950. Okay, because of course 1,205 euros will cost less, won't it, than £950? Okay, slightly less. But she needs to have at least £950. £950 is a minimum. So what we need to do is actually round it up. Okay, and the next option you've got, if we're going in €5 notes, is 1,210. Okay, so that's the idea there, right? She needs at least £950. Okay, and they're only given €5 notes. So rounding it down in this case is no good. Okay, because if I did round it down, let's just try it. It would be wrong, but if I tried it, let's change that back into pounds. So divide that now by 1.27. I actually get £948. It's not enough, isn't it? So that's no good. So what I need to do is round it up. Okay. Change it back into British currency to see what it will cost her. So you've got £952.76. Okay? So it says, what's the least number of euros Melanie will need? Well, the least is, put it in euro symbol, is 1210, and this will cost £952.76. Okay, last question. While on holiday in America, Catherine bought a camera for $470. Okay. Colin, while on holiday in Spain, bought the same model of camera for €324. Okay, different currencies, because they're different countries, isn't they? One is America, one is Spain. The rates of exchange rate at the times the cameras were purchased were £1 is $1.88, and £1 is 1.44 euros. Showing all your work in, find out who purchased the camera for the lowest price and what's the difference in prices. So to compare the prices, you need to get them into the same currency, of course. Here they're different currencies. Okay, so if we take the dollars to start with, $470. Okay, now we know £1 is worth $1.88. Okay, so we need to change this to the home currency back into the pounds. So to change it back to your home currency, you divide. So see how much that is in pounds. Okay, that comes to 250 exactly, £250. And then to do the other one, the euros, 324 euros. Okay, and we've got £1 is 1.44 euros. Okay, so it'll be 324. Again, divide to change it into British currency. And you get £225. Okay, so this is Spain, of course. This is America. The lowest was Spain, of course, yeah? So Spain was the lowest because it's 225, so that was Colin. So Colin paid the lowest. And the difference in prices, well, if you compare the difference there, it's just £25, isn't it? Okay, well done.